is the problem? Why are you constantly looking at this girl over here? And you're just not paying me any attention. Toastmasters, dear guests, and Srikant Rao in particular, this is what my wife stated to me one evening when we were out at dinner. She continued, whenever we are out, you always seem to be looking around here and there. If you think I'm no longer attractive, just tell me so. Relax, dear, I said. I wasn't really looking at her. It's just that something about her caught my eye. And it was then that the realization struck me like a flash of lightning. Friends, did you know that there is a fundamental difference between the eyes of men and the eyes of women? While women have focused and captivating eyes, we men have free and roving eyes. We men have eyes that just cannot resist from taking direct or indirect looks at any well-presented woman around us. It makes no difference whether she's aged 20 or 50, whether she's out at the grocery store or at a wedding party, or even if she's dressed in a sari or something straight out of fashion TV. She just has to be present, you know, and the male brain starts ringing like a 6 decibel alarm clock, and out pop the roving eyes into action. Now this roving eyes is found to be present in all men who ever have walked the face of this earth. History has recorded that there is only one man who did not suffer from this problem, and that is Adam. This is because he had nobody but Eve to look at. But take any civilization of man since then, and you will find that men have gone to war with each other, all because their roving eyes went looking in the wrong direction. Those days, generations ago, the targets were the Queen of Sheba and Cleopatra. These days, it's Katrina and Karina. Now this roving eyes starts shaping itself nicely in the male species right from the teenage years itself. I remember my high school and college days. All that the boys could ever see or wanted to look at were girls. Those days, the gang of boys used to hang around outside the old Plaza Cinema on MG Road, leaning back against the much abused footpath railing, like this. You know? Absolutely jobless. Each guy doing nothing but holding a packet of peanuts in his hand. And every 5 seconds or so, popping one in. And the eyes are roving aimlessly, left to right, right to left. But every 5 minutes or so, there used to be this striking young girl passing by, and the whispering would start, "Dude, check her out, man." And suddenly, the roving eyes are no longer going left and right, but up and down. One or two of the guys even dropped their chana packets. If only we had looked like this in the direction of our college textbooks, we would have passed out with much better grades. Now this roving eyes reaches its full form in the bachelorhood years. Ask any much married man like CK present over here, and he will exclaim, "Ah, the good old free days." Recently, my friend PJ was forced to get married, all because of the problems caused by his roving eyes. But did that solve the problem? Of course not. Even during the wedding reception, even as he and his wife are busy on the stage welcoming the guests, PJ's eyes are even busier, checking out the hall with a glance to see if anybody interesting has come. His wife is beside him giving him dirty looks. PJ doesn't care. Because he's now looking at a tall young girl dressed in a shimmering silk sari with a glittering choker around her neck. who's just come in and joined the queue of visitors waiting to come up on stage. So great is his preoccupation that even though our respected college professor is waiting downstairs next in line, waiting to come up, PJ continued to look in the girl's direction. I was about to give him a sharp nudge when I froze with my jaw open. Even professor is looking in the same direction. This is why a popular rap song says, age is nothing but a number. And as far as the roving eyes syndrome is concerned, age, no bar at all. Men of all ages are looking happily at women of all ages. Just as Vijay said, right from Shakira to Madonna, who's just turned 50. And coming closer to home, from Deepika Padukone all the way to Shobha Dey. The range is wide, and the Roving Eyes continues to provide entertainment for years to come. But gentlemen, here, just a word of advice. They say you're getting old when you look at a beautiful 19-year-old girl and find yourself thinking, I wonder what her mother looks like. But ladies, I just want to say that this roving eyes is an absolutely harmless syndrome. It's often misunderstood. So please, allow your boyfriends and husbands to look a little bit here and there, now and then. You will find you will have much happier and trouble-free lives. But gentlemen, if you are still not permitted the freedom of the roving eyes, please do not be in bonds. Look freely, but make sure your wife is looking in the opposite direction. Madam Toshma.